very much supply fantastic definitions of what it is to work on a dictionary and what the process of dictionary making actually is. So thank you very much. But now I'd like to open the floor to some questions to our speakers. If anyone has anything, please share.
As an American, I'm wondering if there's a bias towards British English versus American English, or how you are able to take into account the difference. Like, there's no lollipop.
Yes, but that's a commentary I've seen before, coming from American use of such a dictionary, in saying that perhaps the way that British and American English was dealt with in the dictionary was not even enough. I can speak from the Spanish side of things, and I think that the coverage that gives the rise of Spanish in the Americas as well as in Europe is great. Thousands of students worldwide can give credit to that. I can't speak from the English side of things because I don't take decisions, so I didn't take decisions on that side. Maybe you'd like to comment on that?
Yes, well, no, I think, yeah, I have to say probably we absolutely don't pursue the English side is non-English speakers, but I think because we try, and as much as possible to include Americanisms, and I think that's made easier now because of the corpus that we use. So we're able to look at the language as it is developing, not only in Britain, but also in America. We cover Australian terms as well, so we look at all English terms within the world, and we rely on our colleagues in the monolingual department, so the Collins English Dictionary, to help us with the new words, and they are a bit more adventurous in the English dictionary because they can take words which are coming into the language and maybe won't stay there for a very long period of time, but and on the bilingual side we're a bit more conservative, I think, and just wait and see how things develop before we, then trouble translators like having to try and translate them into Spanish or other languages. But on the monolingual team, we have lexicographers who are British but also American, and it's true that because it is edited and it is worked on in Britain, I would say it is probably more influenced by British English than American English, but we still keep very much that in mind, not only American English but other varieties of English.
In this King James anniversary year, something reminded me of that famous edition of the Bible where they left out one of the knots from the Ten Commandments, that it said, "Thou shalt keep adultery." I just wondered if any of you had any experience of the dictionary with a similar kind of amusing misprint or any mistranslations or things like that.
Well, I remember somebody told me once there was a trick of the trade somewhere in the sort of lexicographer's work, that when somebody compiled a database that served as the basis for a dictionary, and they usually put in sort of a dodgy words, as it were, And one of the favourite ones by Professor Smith, and that was in the dictionary until recently. I think it's been removed now. But it was a handout, which is very difficult to translate in Spanish, unless you actually, do a circumlocution of sorts. And she translated it as handote. If everybody copied the dictionary, they would copy a mistake, a mistake as well. So you could actually start a legal lawsuit against them. Perhaps for plagiarism. That was just an anecdote.
Can I add to that? I know came out of the conference, the Hispanic Society, at a conference in Oxford, And the originator of that is a gentleman who's still alive, thankfully, in his late 80s, Trev Hopcroft, some of you may have heard the name. He had produced these things at the meeting of the British Hispanists and didn't know what to call it, and he baptised that word there. So it's the origin in Oxford Conference.
It's still used.
Yeah, it's very strong.
I would like to ask Colin Smith's wife how he managed to teach as well as produce the dictionary.
How did I come to Well, I was just sitting here looking at you three there. It reminds me just of the way that the dictionary was conceived. Colin used to write, he used to have bits of paper about 4 by 3, and he would write, for example, up the garden path. Because he would have found something in Spanish, it was equal to that, and he would put it in the headline, and when we'd seen it, he'd put it in a boot box. And out of